A very good evening to everybody out there. So, today I, on behalf of Trinity Western University, welcome everybody out there. So, in today's session, we would be discussing about why you should choose Canada as a destination for your higher studies or for MBA, and we would be discussing in detail about Trinity Western University, what are the requirements for Trinity Western University, and how you could apply for Trinity Western University. So I would be sharing my screen with you guys. So if you guys have any questions, during the session, or you have any doubts during the session, so after you can, mention your questions in the comment section in the chat box, and we would be taking up all the queries after the completion of the presentation. Thank you. So we would be, starting with the presentation. So I hope everybody could see my screen. So when you talk about Trinity Western University is the largest privately funded Christian university located in Canada, a member of Universities Canada and recognized by US Department of Education, which was established back in 1962 as the Trinity Junior College and renamed as Trinity Western University in 1985. So when you talk about rankings, so 15 Trinity Western University ranks 59th in Canada 2020 QS Global World University Ranking List, second in Canada's Maclean's Magazine report on the 2019 National Survey of Student Engagement, and Canadian Universities Survey Consortium. The university has been rated among the top research universities in Canada. Trinity Western University has been awarded 7 consecutive A+ rankings for the quality of teaching and learning. So when you talk about our campuses, its main campus is located in Langley, British Columbia, Canada, and it's spread in 157 acres. So when you talk about the campus for Trinity Western University, it's quite a huge campus. The main campus is 45 minutes from downtown Vancouver and 2.5 hours from Seattle. So it has 3 campuses. One is in Langley, British Columbia, which is our main campus, Richmond, British Columbia, Ottawa, Ontario. All the campuses possess all ultra modern facilities required in standard learning and education. So like many students, they come up with the question that, we want scholarships. So when you talk about scholarships for undergraduate students are given on the basis of academic achievements. So GPA could be calculated on cumulative credits and curricular activities. So the students who have scored GPA between 3 to 3.75 would be awarded with the scholarship of 2,000 Canadian dollars for one academic year. And students who have scored GPA between 3.76 to 4 would be awarded scholarship of 4,000 Canadian dollars for an academic year. So Trinity Western University also offers on-campus jobs, research assistantships, and teaching assistantships to assist students in their expenses. So, at Trinity Western University, you could also work on campus part-time during your studies so that, you can assist yourself financially. So the most important thing, the programs. So what programs would be there at the Trinity Western University? So we would be discussing first about the undergraduate programs. Trinity Western University offers 48 undergraduate programs. Some of the programs are biblical studies, biotechnology, business and administration, computing science, gaming development, education, English and creative writing, languages, linguistics, music, media and communication, mathematics, kinesiology, leadership, religious studies, sciences, sports, social sciences, sociology, and theater, world languages and culture, and worship studies. So, these are the kinds of undergraduate programs which we are offering at Trinity Western University. And students like who have done their graduation and they want to go for their masters, we are offering graduate studies in biblical studies, business and management, educational leadership, interdisciplinary, humanities, linguistic leaderships. So these are the programs which are offered for the students who have done their graduation. So these are basically the masters. So, what are the requirements? So, academic and English requirements. So, we would be discussing in detail about the requirements which the student needs to pass in order to get admission into the Trinity Western University. So, we require minimum 60% in 12th standard, and after 10th, if the student has done any diploma accepted with credential evaluation report. So IELTS, if you have 6 bands all across, like 6 each and 6 overall, so there would be direct entry. So if the student has 6 overall with 5.5 in writing module, the student will be going with the U1. So in that, you would be given the assistance of uh, you know uh, you would be given assistance of English in the university itself. So if you have 5.5 in 2 bands, then we have TLC. It is the pathway, like just like the ESL. Then we have PTE. So if you have 60 overall, then it is direct entry. 50 to 59 U1, and then 49 is again TLC. So we also accept Duolingo 110, which would be, giving direct entry into the Trinity Western University. So 101 to 109 U1 and 100 TLC. So TOEFL is 78 for the direct entry. So these are the requirements for the undergraduate. Like if you want, to do, you want to go after 12th standard. So, these are the test requirements, academic requirements, basically. For graduate, 65% on minimum 3 CGPA, IELTS 7 across all bands. So you need to have 7 in each module for the direct entry into the Trinity Western University, and 7 with 6.5 in any band with the TLC, and PTE 67 for MA leadership and MBA direct entry, 75 for all other programs, and Duolingo is 150 for the direct entry and 110 for TLC. So TOEFL is 100 required for the direct entry. So what would be the tuition fees? The cost of for the tuition fees for undergraduates would cost approximately, as you could see, 22,000 Canadian dollars. That would be approximately uh, the tuition fees for one academic year. And if you want to calculate on average basis, the estimate for housing, there would be 4,400 for full year, which is very reasonable. And if you want to take insurance, which is very necessary when you are going abroad for your studies, that would cost you 900 Canadian dollars for 1 year. And then 1,500 would be for the book supplies. And if meal plans as well, $4,800. So personal expenses could be 1,275. So this is the estimate of the other expenses which you would be having when you would be going abroad for your studies. So for the graduate like MBA, the program fees is the tuition fees is 36,000 Canadian dollars, And this is just the tuition fees and does not include the living expenses or anything else. So this is just the tuition fees. And for MA leadership in all the streams, that would cost you approximately 28,000 Canadian dollars for Langley campus, and again 28,000 for Richmond campus. So the main questions, because whenever you are investing uh, into your education, you always want a quality of education. So we would be discussing about the placements. So Trinity Western University has a career service committee for students, which is always there to assist students with cover letters, resumes, internships, and jobs. They also focus on refining skills of the graduates to secure jobs easily. Trinity Western University is one of the best valued schools with one of the best employability records. Statistics show that 92% of graduates get employed within 3 months of the completion of their studies. The average starting salary of the graduates is around 65,000 Canadian dollars. Around 96% of the students are employed within 6 months of graduation, and the salary of an MBA co-op student is approximately 1 lakh 580 Canadian dollars. It is ranked 121st in QS Global University Employability Ranking in November 2019. So the documents which would be required for admission. So for undergraduates, you know application from mentioning the preferred course and intake with the student signature, and I'm sure that Manya group, they could help you with the admission stuff. So application fees would be 150 Canadian dollars, which would be paid through Flywire. And we require all academic transcripts, passport, IELTS, or TOEFL or PTE, whichever English test you are giving, in one PDF. And for graduates, we would be requiring bit more documents than we require for undergraduates. So application from mentioning what is the preferred course and intake with the student signature. So you make sure you have that application form filled with the signature of yours. So application fees is again 150 Canadian dollars, and we require all the academics transcripts like passport, IELTS, and all those should be in one PDF. And then resume. So for the graduate students, in order to do the masters into Trinity Western University, you guys need to make your resume and submit it for the application purpose. And we require two LORs, that is letter of recommendation and statement of purpose, like why do you want to go to Trinity Western University, and then your credential evaluation reports. So these are the things which we require in order to get admission into the Trinity Western University. So these are the documents, and of course Manya group, they can help you with the application thing. So this was all about the Trinity Western University. And the thing I would like to share about like why you should choose Canada as a destination. So when you talk about Canada as a destination, so India ranks among top 3 countries whose population has migrated to the different countries for higher studies. So one of the major reason for this is the availability of high paying jobs in Canada and easy PR policies. And according to the survey by CBIE, approximately 60% of the international students, they desire to stay back after their graduation. And a postgraduate work permit is of course required, when you want to continue to work into Canada after completion of your studies. If an international students, during this, COVID-19, they would, if they are continuing their studies online, then they will be having the valid work permit after completion of their studies. So, Canadian study permit is valid up to 90 days after the completion of the degree. Immigration Department of Canada, they give you 180 days to the international students to apply for their work permit for the release after the release of the final marks. Like, if you guys have completed your studies and have got result into Canada, then you get 180 days. So you have to file your work permit during that time. So you have to make sure that you are alert, and you file your work permit within the 180 days time period. So what is the eligibility criteria? So completion of a study from a designated, what is the eligibility criteria for getting the work permit? So you should have completed your studies from designated learning institution. You should always make sure that the institution has the DLI number, that is designated learning institution. And so you have to be enrolled into at least 8 months of full, program, and you should have the valid passport. So these are the eligibility criterias in order to apply for the work permit. So these are the potential opportunities which may lead to the quality of employment and the permanent residency status after graduation into Canada. So, choosing a program wisely is the first step towards getting a dream job. So, and the MBA, the one who have done MBA into Canada, they approximately earn like 1,33,000 Canadian dollars on an average basis. So it is one of the highest paying jobs. And there are like lot of jobs will be available in future in the banking sector and investment sector, MBA finance, HR. So a lot of jobs would be there in future as well, in coming future. So there are a lot of portals, like whenever you would be going to Canada and you would be searching out jobs, there would be a lot of portals also which would be helping you in order to find out a job into Canada. So you can the popular portals which are which look for jobs for MBA graduates is Robert Half, Iluta, and Job Boom. So these are the kinds of portals which you can go there and register yourself, and when there will be any job, they can update you, so that you get time to time updates of regarding the vacancies which are available in the nearby areas, which are surrounded by you in Canada. And besides these international students, they can also look for MBA jobs into Canada on popular websites like LinkedIn, Indeed. So these are the way like how you have to find jobs into Canada. So this was the this was the description about the Trinity Western University, and about like why you should choose Canada as a destination. So if you have any questions, you can mention in the comment section below, like the chat box. You can so if you guys have any questions. So, Anushka, according to your profile, like you want the detailed options about the law. So, what you could do is you can, send your documents to the Manya group, and according to your profile, they can tell you what are the options for the law available. So, you can take the help of the Manya group for that. So, what can you please explain, Raghav? Credential evaluation report is like just like the West. So, it is just like the West. So, you have to get that your degree is recognized. So Sarvana has a question: postgraduate diploma or MBA, which is best in terms of less cost and job market? So, when I think postgraduate diploma and MBA, MBA is a degree and diploma is diploma at the end of the day. So, always prefer to have a degree over diploma. I always say this. And when you terms about cost, so the cost is like, the difference is like very less, and you are investing in your education, so you have to see 2 to 3 years or 20 to 30 years. So I would prefer, Sarah, you should see like 20 to 30 years. So invest in a good quality of education once, so that it can pay you later. So, like, because there is very less difference. Postgraduate diploma is like bit cheaper than MBA, but always go for MBA, because that would pay you in longer run, because your packages would be much better than the ones who have done diplomas. So Jivita has a question. Is it good decision to pursue MBA in HR in Canada? Definitely, it is a very wise decision to go for MBA into Canada in any field, in HR or marketing, in any field rather. It is a very good decision, because the packages over there is much more than it is paid anywhere else. So if you are looking from the finances point of view, if you're looking for the money point of view, then of course it is a wise decision to go to pursue MBA. So I'll score 7 is direct entry. Can you brief on this? So Ilakya, in in order to have in order to have direct entry into Trinity Western University, so you need to have 7 bands in all modules. So this is the basic requirement, so that you don't have to go through the TLC or U1, right? So you have the direct entry. So that would would give you offer letter fast and everything else. So in order, if you want to have direct entry, then you need to get 7 bands. So it's a bit high requirement, but you need to have it in order to get direct entry into Trinity Western. So Renault have a question like, do we get an admission and a visa for a student who has a gap for 9 years? For the visa, like for admission, you can also, Renan, you can what all you have done in these 9 years, your gap justification and everything. So you can send your documents to Mania Group, so that they could get it assessed from our admission team, and we can give a clear justification to you on this. So you should, I would suggest you that you should give your documents to the Mania Group for the assessment. So, Anushka, what we require is IELTS, as I told you, PTE, Duolingo. So these are the scores which we require, and you can do any one of them in order to get admission for MBA into Trinity Western University. All right. Ilakya has a question. What is TLC? It is just like ESL. Extra English, coaching would be given to you when you have less bands than the required bands. So it is just like ESL. So Jivita has a question. Could you name few business schools that offer HR specialization in MBA? So, in this session, we would be discussing only about the Trinity Western University. And for more option or business schools, you can go to the Manya Group. You can contact your counselor over there, and, they could help you with the more business schools. So Jivita, Manya Group, you can help you in that. You can be in touch with them after the session. So any other questions, guys, you can mention in the chat box. So, Sarah, we have MBA in Trinity, and of course, you can apply, and you need to give the IELTS exam, and so as I told you the requirements during the session, so you can, we need to see your percentage and everything. So you can send your documents to our team through the Manya group, so that, they can give you insight according to your academics, whether you are eligible or not. So lots of questions are coming up. So, Sarah, if you have done with IELTS 7 band, you can send your documents to the admission team, because, the documents are very necessary for the proper assessment. So, you can send your documents through Manya Group, and, they can let you know within a day or so regarding your admission into the Trinity Western University. So because for assessment and for admission, the documents are really very necessary, because without documents we cannot say anything. So when does the academic year for MBA program usually start? I am in my last year of graduation, will end by May 2020. When should I apply? So Isha, uh, you should, like, after completing your graduation, you can start preparing for your IELTS, and after that, after completing in your May, and then you're taking your degree, and completing all your documents, because in order to get admission, we would be requiring your degree as well. So as soon as you get your degree and all your transcripts, you can apply. Like, you can apply for September intake. So right after completing your graduation, doing your IELTS, and completing your, all the transcripts which are there, so you can apply. So, Reynold, have a question that I would be getting a visa. So, Reynold, you have to show your documents for that, because uh, we require documents for admission purposes, and of course, the Manya Group would help you in assisting you in launching your file and everything. So you can contact them for the visa purpose. So, as a Trinity, as on behalf of Trinity Western University, we would be discussing about the admission requirements. If you really have a good profile, if you meet the academic requirements, if you have everything, then definitely, you should not face any problem for that. And for the visa details, you can, be in touch with the Manya Group. So, Jivita, yes, as I told you, there were, like, you need not to give GMAT, you can give IELTS. You can apply into Trinity Western University on the basis of IELTS, or on the basis of Duolingo, or on the basis of TOEFL, PT. So, you could apply on these bases. Yes, as Anmol said, that GMAT is optional. In case the student has GMAT score, he can showcase that as well. So I think everybody, I'm clear. I think I made myself clear about all the questions during this session. And if you guys have still any doubt and you want to apply for Trinity Western University, you guys can send your documents, to the Manya group, and they can help you in getting those documents assessed by our admission team. And thank you so much, Anmol from Manya Group, for coordinating and for having this session so that we can be in direct touch with the students during the tough times of COVID-19. And I really hope that this session was informative and I was able to clear all the doubts. And if you have any other doubts, you can be in touch with the Manya Group and they could help you. Thank you so much and have a great evening ahead. Thank you so much.